Good morning, everyone, and welcome to West Ham Reunited. I would never thought I'd see the day, if you asked me a few years ago, that West Ham United, I repeat, West Ham United are into the quarter-finals of the Europa League. I am lost for words, and it is like my own version of TalkSport Drive because I am joined by Gatesy from Fultram Iron. How you doing, mate? Oh, is he there?
My voice has had my voice has had better days, to be fair, Milesy, but we'll see how we go.
Mate, Gatesy for you. I think. Is he there? Is he there? Hello. Oh, we'll give him a second. But I cannot believe that West Ham United are into the quarterfinals.
I'm here. I'm here.
You're back. You're back. Gatesy, I didn't get in till 2 o'clock this morning. But how's your emotions running, mate?
I'm here.
And it's live, ladies and gentlemen. And it's live.
I was about. Oh, mate. I everything about last night, the atmosphere, the performance from the boys, the occasion, you know, a European competition under the floodlights, the team that's got the best record in that competition, everything converging. It just made it such a special occasion to be a part of, and I was privileged to be a part of it. I know there was a lot of people that I'm friends and acquaintances with that couldn't, for whatever reason, make it, and I feel so lucky that I was one of the guys that did. And so, you know, and to go through in the way we did, it was a battle, and it made it all the much sweeter for me.
Yeah, it did, mate. Obviously you was there and you sort of mentioned the atmosphere, but of terms of the result, is this the biggest result since the 1980 FA Cup final?
It's in the conversation. I personally would say that the playoff final wins have to go above it, because obviously if we don't win them, we're not a Premier League team, and your Premier League is your bread and butter. European competition is always a nice little, like a dessert, if you will, but your main course is the staple, and that's the Premier League. So I don't think it beats those, but what I will say is, like I say, it's in the conversation of our greatest night since 1980. That's our greatest, you know, victories since 1980. I mean, I'd put it in with like the FA Cup semi-final win against Villa, away to Old Trafford in 2007 with Tevez. Games like that, it's up there.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. I'm just going through the chat quickly. We've got Mr. Cox in the building. We've got Budgie. He's listening but working, multitasking. They say men can't multitask. And we've got Luke as well from the 3 Hammers. Unbelievable, lads. So emotional, so proud. Fear no one and keep believing. Gatesy, obviously, in our heads, we're not fearing anyone. Do you reckon anyone would want to be drawing West Ham today?
No.
It's simple as that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I'm actually, as we speak, uploading to Forged. Is last night I did a match day vlog, and my parting sort of clip, I actually make that very comment. Make no mistake, the other 7 clubs that remain in this competition won't be looking at West Ham and going, yeah, we'd like to draw them. They'll all be saying, actually, we'd like to avoid them if at all possible. Thanks.
Yeah. Obviously the draw, I didn't realise until last night that it's actually the quarter-final and the semi-final. So we'll know both teams who we would face if we do progress. We'll sort of talk about the starting 11 briefly, mate. How much of a boost was it with Aaron Creswell and Mikel Antonio being in the starting 11?
It was a boost. I was concerned, though, because I thought they both came off on Sunday, and I thought, well, how fit really can they be? That probably Antonio was the more one that I had the greater concerns with. And there was I don't know, you must have seen it as well, There was a moment in the second half of
Oh, we've lost you for a sec, mate.
normal time where he started limping, and I thought dying embers of the match, but
Oh, sorry, Gatesy, we lost you for a couple of secs there, mate. We lost you for a couple of seconds. Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back in a sec, I think.
You still there?
Yeah, you're back, mate. You're back. Yeah, sorry.
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, no, we just lost you every other word,
Yeah.
but I know what you mean. With regards to Antonio, I sort of made out what you were saying in the second half, and of course in extra time as well. But just proves the testament to him, his determination to play. In my opinion, Gatesy, the save from Areola was top class, and obviously you're up that end of the stadium, so I didn't really see it where I was. How outstanding was that?
Stunning, absolutely stunning. It's saves like that will turn the tide in your favour, and that was the only proper save that he had to make from recollection.
Yeah.
But what a save! Oh my goodness, that must have broke Sevilla's hearts.
Yeah, no, definitely. We sort of mentioned Creswell there, mate, but my man of the match, a lot of people said Lanzini, but the one for me, my man of the match was Ben Johnson. What did you make of his performance last night?
I thought he was excellent. To be honest with you, I don't think that there's anyone that I look at in a claret and blue shirt that I can't say played their part, and that was all I wanted before the game kicked off, was for the team, so all 11 starters plus whatever subs come on from the bench, to just give their all, to give everything they can at it, and my God, they did. For me, I thought man of the match, in my opinion, though. I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to say, my God, what a game Declan Rice had.
Yeah. I think a lot of them, mate. I think someone done the player ratings and they gave everyone a 10, which was good. But Gatesy, obviously you're driving as well. But we've got another guest from Down Under. It's Kieran. Yay! How you doing, Kieran?
Andy boy, Gatesy. How are we, brother?
Kieran.
Over the moon, boys. Over the moon, mate. Over the moon. How good was that?
You haven't slept, have you?
Mate, you know the fucking headache I had from it was I had to go and do a job for a mate of mine, and as long as the game went to extra time, I had to ring him up and say, look, I'm going to be a bit later. And I go, please don't go to penalties. Please don't go to penalties. I don't need it. My mate's going to go mental. And he didn't. And so straight after the game, I had to jump in the car and leg it rather than soak up all the atmosphere of all you boys going mental and enjoying it. But I was enjoying it, and I was on Titch's watch along. Even in the car, I had it on. I couldn't comment, but I could hear what was going on, and I could hear I noticed that. You know what I put in the comment yesterday in our chat, Robert and Andy. I said to you, I said to everyone that in 1976, I was a 15-year-old going to Upton Park under the lights to watch West Ham play Eintracht Frankfurt. We were 2-1 down after the first leg. And they were the favourites. They were red-hot favourites. They should have won. And Trevor Brooking and Keith Robson, Brooking got 2 goals. One with a header, weren't just the FA Cup final. And Robson scored a screamer top corner, and we beat them. And I said to everyone, enjoy it, because it just could be that moment. And I believed it would be. I actually fancied it today. I thought we were going to win. And when it happened, it was like that moment. I remember it so well that night. It was jumping. Upton Park was jumping. And I could see that London Stadium jumping. And as you would know, Andy, I don't know. I can only watch it on telly, but I'd imagine it was pretty special.
Mate, I know we've talked about games. Like recently, I've done the top 10 games at the London. Well, I think it was the top 10 games at the London Stadium. What we've had, obviously, the ones what spring to mind was Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, and obviously beating Tottenham, obviously beating Liverpool. But Gatesy, you'll probably back me up on this. That was 100 times better. That place was, no one left their seat. Look, I've nicked that from Kent Hammers. Kent, who's a huge follower of all of us. Look at that picture, what he took last night. Look in my background. Look at that. That is absolutely fucking class. Gatesy, what did you make of the atmosphere?
Yeah. I would say that with everything, not just the noise that the crowd creates, but as I say, the occasion, the opposite fact that we're a goal down, so we can't play for a draw. We have to go out there and win. It all just converged to make it. I don't think that in terms of the whole package, noise, everything that trumps it, in my opinion.
Yeah, no. We'll talk about the goal. I'm behind that goal where Thomas Souček scored. For me, that seemed to stay in the air for about 30 seconds, but obviously Dec even said that in his interview after the game, that they made the decision for him and Manu to drop deeper to allow Souček to get in the box. And Kieran, it paid off, didn't it, mate?
Mate, it did, didn't it? And you know what it's like? You know when that ball goes into Antonio's feet, you don't know if it's going to flip up, hit his knee, go over his head, doesn't it? And you just don't know where it's going to go with Antonio. And I think that's what we love about him. He drives defenders mad because I don't think they bloody know what he's going to do. It just bounces everywhere. But then he turns and just clips the perfect fucking ball to the back post. And in he comes, and it's just he's waiting for any Souček. It's like it's a rehearsed thing on a training field. He's got to clip, whenever he gets a chance, clip one to the back post, that's where Souček would be. And up he come. He rose like a salmon, and he headed it back across, straight into the top corner. Fantastic. We're all delighted with that one.
Yeah. Gatesy, did it seem to last forever when he jumped up for that header for you at your end?
Oh, from the point that the cross was played into Souček, time seemed to slow down. And from when the ball left his head, it went even slower. And I'm going, oh, no. And it went in, and the net rippled, and the crowd exploded.
Yeah.
It was one of those stay constructed. Because I tell you what, we'd have taken the roof off last night.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we would, mate. I want to briefly talk about it. Obviously, their style of play, if you compare it, I know they're away from home. Their tactics, their time wasting. And did you think, Kieran, that made the players more? They were pumped up anyway, but did you think that made them more pumped up as well? The fact that they were sort of disrespecting us as well.
Yeah, I expected that, Andy. I expect him to do that. I expect them to do what Villa tried to do on Sunday. I expected that. Right, but I think they made a mistake. I think if they'd trusted their ability and come at us, I think they would have had a better chance of beating us. I really do. And I think it gave us a bit of an input to go, right, fuck these boys. Let's go for them. Let's get at them. And we did. And I thought we created enough chances there in that first half. And I thought we were going to score a couple. They defended well. I thought their two big centre halves were good. There was, but I loved the battle. I loved the battle Antonio was having him. What's his name? The ponytail boy, Goody, whatever his name was. I don't care. But they were having a great battle. And I loved it, mate. I just loved the battle he was having with them. And the fact that they were trying to slow it down, keep this 1-0 advantage. And I think it played into our hands a little bit. And we got at them. And we scared them. It was great.
Yeah. Gatesy, do you want to add anything to that, mate? Oh, is he lost?
I'll take it as no.
You said it perfectly. I think we think
too good, Andy. Too good, mate.
Nah, he must have lost a bit of signal. We'll give him a couple of seconds.
But I'll tell you what, Andy. I will come up with a point that we know we've done the Jakey the show afterwards and after the Villa game. And you mentioned the fact that Fornell's being on the right was an issue. And I think you're bang on. After watching that game, bang on. Because I don't think he came to life till he got switched back to the left.
Yeah.
Right? It really made a difference. He came to life then. Before that, I thought he was really poor. I thought his passing was poor. I thought he weren't having the greatest games. But when they took, I think it was Ben Rama for Yarmolenko, and he switched back to the left, mate, he impacted the game then. So you're very astute about that, Andy. I think you're bang on. He's just not comfortable on the right at all.
You can't fault his work rate, but I think he just gets he did create a couple of chances. We're going to talk about him. Well, I say we're going to talk about this duo. If you would have asked me at the start of last season that West Ham United would be in the quarterfinals with a pairing of Kurt Zouma and Craig Dawson, just how good was both of them last night as well?
Absolutely, Andy. They just roll on, didn't they? You know, we all normally get one big mistake from Dawson in a game, but the rest, you know, the other 80 odd minutes, he's fabulous. And Zuma's just Zuma. I think Zuma's got better since his little incident. I don't think he's put a foot wrong since. And I said that 2 games ago, and 2 games later, I'm still saying it. I don't think he puts a foot wrong. He hardly gets caught out at all. I think there might have been once there in that game when a boy got in front of him with a header, which he does a lot, that Nesri, and headed it wide. He caught him on the hop, but that El Nesri is very good at that. He seems to be he's very quick and astute about running across defenders and getting ahead in before them. But apart from that, he was just typical Zuma, solid as. And Dawson as well. I thought Dawson was quality, mate. My God, is that the best bar we've ever made or not? I know. You know, we might not have said that last year when he scored a couple of own goals. We got maybe we got
sent off at Newcastle.
Yeah, and that. Pound for pound, he's a great centre half, mate, and he's an old school English type centre half, and it's what we need at the moment. We need battlers like him. We haven't got Ogbonna. He would obviously be probably everyone's preferred centre half with Zouma because he is a quality centre half, and he has been a big loss. But I think Dawson's done his best in every game he's played for us, and I think he acquitted himself really well.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to say, I was because everyone was talking. Mr. Cox says hello to you as well, Kieran, and of course Budgie as well. Kieran, brother from another mother. Budgie's actually working for a change. He's working. He's working. he's just listening. So, Kieran, obviously we talked about the goal. Do you think half-time come at a good time for Moyes to just give him that other push as well? Or do you reckon if maybe we had another 5 or 10 minutes, we may have got another goal?
No, I think we needed a break, right? Because thank Jesus Christ, we worked hard. We pressed a lot in that first half, Andy. We worked bloody hard, and I was worried about that because, in my mind, if you press that hard with the players we've got and the squad we've got, you're going to get tired. And I thought we did. I thought that from about that 70th minute, I think we dropped for a little while now, for 20 minutes. And then I started getting a little bit concerned going, wow, how are we going to get through extra time with this? Because we did sort of settle down a bit. We weren't pressing as hard. We weren't pushing as hard. And I thought everyone was starting a little bit weary. I don't know if that was a tactic to calm down and let's regroup.
I think we couldn't have done that for 100. I think that was tactical. No. I think they said 10 minutes just to rebuild and go again. Obviously, in the whole we're sort of jumping ahead. Obviously, in the end, we made a few subs with Seville making 6 subs in total. For the one person who I'm going to give credit for, I don't know if you heard it before you come on. Lanzini got a lot of people's man of the match, but for me, I thought Ben Johnson was absolutely outstanding. He had Martial in his pocket. Just what a week for that young man. Away in Seville and then playing again last night.
No, you're right, Andy. Ben Johnson was superb, mate. Superb. What we've got with Ben Johnson is an absolutely cracking right back. Cracking right back.
We have.
Right? He has to get better of his forward play, but I was a right back, Andy. I wasn't that great at my forward play either, so I'll give him credit. Now and again, I put a good cross in, but it weren't always great. But he's not a wing back. He's not an Alexander Arnold. He's not a Robinson. What he is a good. What I did give. Not only is he a good right back, he is a good outlet, and we use him a lot. Yeah. But most of the time, he hasn't got the pace to then run past that left back and whip a ball over.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. He does a lot of his ball. He gets it. He's an outlet, and then he lays it back. He does that a lot. But I think that's part of the game plan too. You know, to stretch him over to that side, and then he pulls it back to either Rice, Souček, or whoever who's available, or 4 hours at the time.
We've got Anton as well. Anton, I've sent you a link, mate. If on Facebook, if you are around,
we are Anton. We are.
Yeah, if you are around, Anton, you're more than welcome to jump on. I've sent you the link on Facebook, mate. If you are around, I've got a question for you, though, Kieran, from Andrew. Do you think Bowen will be fit for the quarters as Lanzini is suspended?
Do you think? Well, do I think he's going to be fit? I don't know.
Yeah.
You have to ask the medical staff for that. My God, I hope he is, because obviously we are missing Lanzini now, aren't we? We could have done without that. It was a bit of a sloppy challenge too that he lunged in at, but it is what it is. This is what happens in European football. It would be lovely if Bowen is fit. It really would be, because I think we might miss Lanzini for that game, but we think that every week, don't we? We are missing players. We've gone through games without Antonio, without Cresswell, without Bowen. I mean, with these last 2 games, Villa, we've missed Bowen, haven't we? And he's arguably our best player of the season, and yet we've got Bowen. We've won both games, so
we sort of had a look, and I was with the West Ham Fan TV boys last night. I was talking to them, and I didn't get in until 2 o'clock this morning, Kieran. 2 o'clock I got in. I weren't even drinking, mate. That's the thing. We was just soaking the atmosphere in. Just think, mate. We've had no, like you mentioned, we've had no Bonner, no Soufal for this game, no Jared Bowen, and we're still grinding out these results. It's just amazing, isn't it, mate?
And as much as I have been a massive critic of Moyes about, the January window, which most people have, fuck it, he keeps proving me wrong. He keeps going, no, we can do what I got. Bollocks.
We've got another person from down under as well. We've got Neil. Neil, hope you're doing well, mate.
My old friend Neil. Yo, how you going, Neil, son? My South Australian buddy. I've known him for years now. Years.
Have you? How far is he from you?
A long way. It's in South Australia, It's probably it's probably like London and New York. No, not that far, but it's quite a long way. He's in South Australia, but I've been talking to Neil now since the American Hammers TV thing for about 3 years now.
Oh, that's mad. We've got Wally as well in the building, and we've got Peach Dog. Hope you're doing well, Peach. Hope you're doing well. We're going to talk about this man who I never thought he would make this impact. Obviously, make the impact on Sunday. Andriy Yarmolenko, when he come on the pitch again on last night, the standing ovation, he was, mate, I've never seen him run so fast. He just wanted that ball, and what an impact he made when he come on.
Yeah, man. It's a shame because, we've all criticised Yarmolenko in the past, especially this season. Yeah. And maybe this conflict and what he's had to deal with his family being in the Ukraine to get them out, him flying to Poland to, make sure they're safe. Maybe it's rejuvenated him. I don't know whether it seems like in the last 2 games he's playing for Ukraine. He's trying to do his best, and he has been, and he's been absolutely dynamic. Maybe it's been a good thing for his football career that he just seems rejuvenated, and he wants to be a part of everything that goes on. And I I've loved what he's done in the last 2 games. He's been superb, and it has given us a lift. It really has. I mean, he looks like the striker we wanted to sign in bloody January, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's just his touch, mate, as well. We've taken players out of the game. In the end, he was getting taken out. But we're going to sort of briefly go, like we mentioned, the last 10 minutes of the game and that 90 minutes. But that party atmosphere, can you call it really a party atmosphere? At 90 minutes, everyone was just still buzzing, mate, in the ground. Right, it was just rocking. They were playing the music. It was really loud. It reminded me of Upton Park. It's going to sound like very silly, but I always associate Upton Park with Fatboy Slim's song "Right Here, Right Now," and they played that yesterday, and it was like really like echoey and loud. It sounds really, really, really silly as well. It was mad.
It's strange that because I had my volume up on the telly. Here goes up. You know, I'm 12,000 miles away, but I weren't getting. I don't believe I was getting the atmosphere that was happening. You know, it didn't sound as loud as it probably was. You know.
No, mate. I'm lost for words, and I've got a few. I'll put them in the chat because I've put them on Twitter. But I've filmed a bit after the game as well with Noble and Rice, so you'll see a bit of that as well. But yeah, Andrew's saying as well. Ben Johnson has come on leaps and bounds, which he has, mate. He's had a couple of off games, like you said, when he moved over to left back on Sunday. I thought he was better, but. I don't know, mate. I'm just lost for words. That he's a homegrown player, and you can see how much it means to him as well.
He's a young lad, Andy. We got to remember that, right? He will make mistakes. He won't always have the best game. Hey! We're having it.
Honestly, lads. Honestly, wow.
No, what do you say? We're happy.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? It's unbelievable. It's I don't know what. I honestly, I'm kind of speechless, to be honest. And listen, I know I've seen some people going, "Oh, West Ham celebrating their final, getting through to the quarterfinals." I couldn't give 2 shits. Like we're there, look what we did, and we've knocked out the favourites. And honestly, Andy, mate, Milesy, mate, I mean, I couldn't go last night. I was gutted I couldn't go last night, but the atmosphere, you could hear the electric atmosphere. And Kieran, me and you watching it on the telly, the thing is, it felt electric probably where you were and where I was because you were so emotionally involved in it. And it was just like...
Very much emotionally involved, Anton. I was... screaming and going, my God. And now, do you know when you do that walk around the sofa? Yeah, I've done 10K. I've done 10K, mate. I've got my steps in. Oh, God. My God.
We went to a local pub. I managed to get a reserved table at a local pub, and it was great fun. It was really, really good fun, and had my mum and dad and family members there and stuff as well. So, and there was people in the pub because we were like not holding back, and they were starting to support West Ham.
Come on, what?
Budgie!
What's she doing? Budgie?
What's he doing?
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm working.
I'm working, boys. I'm working. I just had to pop in and say I'm buzzing like a bee. I'm just watching. No, that's just a bit of Flint, bruv. That's all. Yeah, go on. Sorry. I had to pop in, didn't I? Hello, guys.
All right, Budge.
How you doing, Budge? All right, mate?
I'm all right, bud. Yeah, I'm good. And, well, quarterfinals, bro. You know, what can you say? I mean...
Never doubted it.
Oh, this is just incredible. Incredible stuff. Oh, are we done?
Do you know what I said? Do you know what I said, lads, the last time? And I say it
I'm muting for a minute. I can hear tarmac or whatever, but a thingy gun. Sorry, Budge, I muted you first.
No, do you know what I said the last time? I was like, I mean, listen, we're all proud West Ham fans, absolutely. Yeah. But nights like last night, again, make you, like, so proud of what David Moyes has made us achieve as a club. And Kieran, I was in the car actually, and I heard what you were saying. You were saying, you know, and we were all the same. Like we were kind of all doubting the transfer window and doubting this and doubting that. But Moyes has stuck to his guns, and his guns are the fact that he's kicking in and he's sticking by his players. And we lost Bowen last night, but we survived. We don't have a recognised number 9.
I don't know, Anton. Budge, man. That's fucking too loud, man. It's too loud. Come back later. Come back later, man.
I'm going off site now. I'm going for breakfast.
All right, cool.
What the fuck's going on there? But you're right, Anton. Yeah, we all doubted the squad we've got. Yeah, he believes he can stick with it and make it and do a job, and he is. Amazingly, he is. And we're all going, wow, what is going on, son? He's doing a pretty special job, really.
Yeah,
and we got all applaud it.
If I know, we talk about the teams. Me and Kieran were saying a lot of teams were fearing us. Anton, obviously for you, I would love a Rangers tie. That would be emotional for British football if we managed to get them in the next round, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was actually, when the pub I was in last night, because obviously Rangers were playing first,
Yeah.
so there was a big group of Rangers fans in watching, and they were kind of desperate for the Battle of Britain. For selfish reasons, it's easy for me to get to, so I'd be able to go to the away leg really easily, and then obviously I can come down to the home leg and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the bigger they come, the harder they fall. Like, the players want Barcelona.
Sorry.
I'll take Barcelona. I'll take anyone. But yeah, Battle of Britain would be quality. Like, it would be amazing. But yeah, another sunny trip, Milesy. Another sunny trip, and then we're all right. And then we can deal with going to Glasgow and then we'll beat them in the semi-final, and then we'll go to Seville and take on whoever it is in Seville.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed a comment from Peter saying what a beautiful result and what a night. And Andrew Fielding saying, I think West Ham fans have put on a 2 stone heavier with all the humble pie we've had to eat.
Yep.
Anton, who was your man of the match yesterday?
Honestly, so many players, but I want to give a massive shout out to Tommy Souček. I remember I was sitting watching the game with my dad, and I was like, he's been dug out several times by not everyone, but some people. But I've actually I've got his stats up here, right? And I'll read them out to you. He had 50 touches. He won 7 duels, 5 clearances, 5 touches in the opposition box, 4 take-ons attempted, 3 take-ons completed, 3 shots, 3 tackles, 3 possession wins, and 2 shots on target. You know, he done everything on that park. I don't have the stats about how much he ran last night, but he was back. And I think he has been back to his own self. But last night in particular, he was, and over the last couple of games, he has been there. But I heard what you both said. Ben Johnson, like, what a week for him. He's a sort of player that makes me proud of being a West Ham fan, coming up through the ranks and performing again. And he is going to keep Sofal out of the team. He is. And I love Sofal, and I think Sofal's great, but good on you, Ben Johnson. You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. So I really struggle to choose a particular man in the match because I thought Antonio was phenomenal. He was phenomenal last night. They couldn't handle him.
Do you know what he was, Anton? He was phenomenal and a nightmare a minute later, right? But we passed him, right? But
it's funny, innit?
Game, I thought he battered their 2 centre half. He just caused them problems all night. He just really got into them, with the old Antonio used to do. And I think that's what upset him a bit at the back. Yeah. He was just battering into him. I've always fed
Did you hear Declan Rice's interview? They were like,
no, I didn't.
He basically said, like, this team really can't function. He never said it like that, but he was kind of roundabout way saying this team really can't function without a kind of Antonio player. He done 95% of the hard work, and when the ball was in his feet, he lost it a couple of times.
Yeah, he's right.
But my word, like, without him, like, the defenders were shitting themselves.
And not only that, they had the hands full.
Yeah.
Right. He gave us space everywhere control. So if they're going out left, then I was going right. They were back to him, was giving it to him, and it was. I think it was a great performance. Even with all the other bad passing he'd done and little, treading on the ball here and there, but he was just giving them nightmares at the back, and that's what you should be doing as a centre forward.
Have you seen his? Have you seen his stats for the game?
No.
No.
Can I read them out to you?
Of course, mate.
His are even better.
Are they good or bad, Anton? Are they good or bad?
Well, here we go. 61 touches compared to, remember, Lukaku had, 7 in one game or in one half or whatever it was. I don't know. 20 passes in the final third, 13 touches in opposition box, 12 duels won, 6 take-ons, 3 possessions won, 3 shots, 2 fouls won, 2 chances created, 1 shot on target, 1 assist. Do you know what I mean?
That was bad to me.
Yeah.
That was bad to me, mate.
Yeah, he was
good.
just
This is a good comment. This is a good comment here from Andrew, and we've done it. Do you think? I still think he's going to sign in the summer. I think that is the one what got away, though. That is the one what got away, isn't it? Lingard.
Yeah, completely agree.
Yeah.
And to be honest, Andrew, we have done it without him so far this season, but he was pivotal as to why we got where we got here last season. Exactly. So, Moyes has proven that this team isn't a one-man team. I mean, look at the likes. And just before I came on, I heard you talking about Yarmolenko. You know, several weeks ago, probably nearly every West Ham fan had doubts about, is he going to go? When's he going to go? Or all that sort of stuff. And Moyes has brought him in at the right time, and he's look at him.
Yeah, no, I know. We'll talk about that goal because Pablo Fornals, Kieran mentioned it as well. I mentioned I love Fornals to bits, but he's not the same on the right and on the left. Obviously, he went out on the left. He turned into an animal again, cut inside, and that shot. And there he was, Yarmolenko. I first looked at the linesman and I thought he was going to put his flag up then, but obviously, I nearly went 4 rows down with that goal in. What's your reactions when that went in, Anton and Kieran?
Go, Kieran, you go first, mate.
Oh man, I was in disbelief that it seems so simple in the end. We're battering them and trying to, get into them all this time, into extra time. We're trying to beat these fuckers, and all of a sudden, Pablo Fornal just cuts in, bangs one, and the keeper, I don't think it was his best save, to be honest. He just gifted it. I just couldn't believe it was that easy. I went, right, it has to be offside. It can't be that easy. It has to be offside. I got off the chair again. I was running around the sofa going, fuck you, offside. VAR. You can stick VAR up your arse. I don't even want to see it. I don't want to see VAR. And there was no VAR. I went, you fucking beauty. And then
Go on,
Go you.
In the pub.
And the Fornals for me is everything that you would want from signing an international player who comes in, understands the club, understands the culture, gets the fans, gets the football, gets Moyes. He's not a Moyes signing. He's listened. He's done everything he's been told to do. Yeah. He's changed his game. 1 week he's at left wing back. The next week he's playing in the right hand side. Then he's playing in a further forward left hand side position. He's played in the hole. He has done everything. Like, he has literally done everything for this club. Played in every single position he's ever been asked to do. And even when he's lost the ball a couple of times, he's done it by playing in a position that he's not used to playing. He was brought in as that kind of trickster, exciting player, and he's become a pit bull terrier. Like, he doesn't give up. And even when he gives the ball away, he's that sort of player that I just love. I can't help but love Fornals.
Yeah,
I loved it. I loved his thing. Everywhere we go.
Oh, man, he gets it. That's the thing, doesn't he? He completely gets it, and that's what's lovely about a guy like him who can take West Ham to his heart. He's the sort of guy, wherever he ends up in his life and his career, he'll always be connected to this club. 100%. No one will forget what he's put in.
Absolutely.
I love him.
And when you talk in the 80s, you know, when we had Alvin Martin come in as a Scouser or Ray Stewart as a Scotsman, and these players, they bought into West Ham.
100%.
And they were West Ham forever. And I feel that with one else. Yeah. He's bought into it. And he is going to be, he is like a little Spanish Cockney, because he's bought into it. And he's going to be our boy forever.
Absolutely. Yeah, he is like a little geezer, isn't he? A little Spanish geezer. And the same for, listen, like Lanzini as well. Like, I know he's going to be missing for the first leg, but I can't believe, I just can't believe, and I'm proud of him, because he was down and out a season and a half ago or a season ago. Nobody ever thought that he would be such a pivotal part of the West Ham team, and again, it just shows you that Moyes has got this belief in this squad, and when they celebrate together, when they're together, there's that togetherness. And even when we get beat and West Ham fans get really emotional and get pissed off at a defeat, this team still is unified. And that's what gives me, that's what gives me hope that we can play this way. And if we start to put chances away in games moving forward, like the season and the season after, like in theory, the only way is up, in my opinion. If we keep the core of what we've got and add quality, what Moyes is saying he's going to do, I'm not getting carried away here. I'm trying not to. I'm just trying to put the point across by going, he's got major belief. Moyes has got major belief in about 15 of those players.
Yeah.
15, he's extremely happy with about 15 of them. Absolutely. And that's what he's basing his team on. It's risky, but he's doing it. So, and lads, we're going to be in a bloody European competition in bloody April. In April.
I know. Do you know one thing as well is I got in at I think I bed till about 3:30. I was just laying there watching everyone's videos, reaction. I'm just sitting there and I'm just like laying there and I was like, I had the headphones in. I was like, I just couldn't take it in. And then the best bit was, obviously you watch it, was even Declan singing Bubbles. What the fuck, man? Like you could just see after the full time he was singing Bubbles at the end as well. And fair play to all them players who walk around. Ben Johnson singing "Sweet Caroline" with the phone as well. With the they get it. And Moyes ringing round. There was not an empty seat, mate, and that place was absolutely bouncing. And I'm just glad that he calls himself a West Ham fan. I'm probably going to go on a rant. Moose calls himself a West Ham won't be doing this next season because the fans are going to be back, and we're even fucking proving them wrong. I'm not just saying it. We're one of the best fans in the world because look what we've done. Look what we've done.
We are. Of course we are. Is Russie B going to take credit for playing Sweet Caroline?
I think so. He's going to be on later on, so you can ask him then. But I think he probably will. But
I'm giving him credit though for playing Right Here, Right Now. That reminded me of Upton Park. That literally got the place bouncing as well. I'm actually going to give him. I'm going to give him credit for that. Moving on, I know Rice's interview. He said Moyes is not even giving them a day off today. They've got to go in. He's not even giving them a day off.
It's not going to be the hardest day I've ever done either.
No, but I think it's just the togetherness and all that.
Yeah,
I know it's Tottenham.
I think that's right, Milesy. I think that's right, mate. I think that. Do you know what? Moyes is clever. Moyes knows how to bottle this and knows how to go right, because he consistently says consistency, momentum. That's what he talks about. And that's exactly what he's doing today. Whether he gives them a hard training session or a light training session, we've just beat the favourites of Europa League, team that's sitting second in La Liga, in their competition. We've beaten them in their competition, and we're going to bottle up that, and we're going to feed that to you in training today, and let you know this is what winning's like. And players like Declan Rice will probably be going into training today absolutely flying, like all the other players are. And Moyes is going to be going like that. And see, you see his interviews recently. I'm getting goosebumps right now thinking about it. But he's even saying, like, I'm trying to make West Ham different. I'm trying to give us this new West Ham. And I agree, lads, we're nearly at 2 years of consistently playing at this level. Nearly.
No, seasons. I played with a club here on the Gold Coast, right, for a couple of years, and we had, a lot of pros playing for us and we had a couple of internationals as well. But we won a big game on a Saturday. That Tuesday, the Tuesday training session was that much better. You couldn't wait to go in for it. We could talk about the game we'd won on Saturday and how everyone performed and why we were so good. Everyone was up for coming back into the club, after a big result. So, I think they should be in tomorrow. I reckon it won't be a hard training session. And everyone will be just soaking up what a fucking great feeling it is to beat Sevilla in a fucking European night.
See, I see a lot of people like Tottenham fans. I know I'm going to talk about them because we're playing on Sunday. Oh, look, West Ham are playing on. Do you know what? I think momentum could get us the result on Sunday. The momentum, the buzz. Like, if you look at our results at the start of the season, we were doing so well. We were playing 2 or 3 games a week, or like 10 days or whatever. We were getting the results. I think when we have like a week or 8 days rest, I think we sort of lose momentum. I think this could really edge us on even more for Sunday. What about you, Anton?
Yeah, completely, 100% agree. Again, it just emulates everything that Moyes says. He's not going to bring people in for the sake of it. He's going to bring in the right players. He wants consistency and he wants momentum. And like I said earlier on, he knows how to bottle that up and feed that to the players. And he makes them believe in what he is doing. And the thing is, Milesy, even without the win last night, Moyes believes he can take the game and do Spurs over, let alone having the kind of winning factor. 2 great wins as well. I mean, let's not take away from the victory over Aston Villa, who have been playing really well under Steven Gerrard. But my word, man, like absolutely, just I'm lost for words sometimes, to be honest. Completely lost for words.
Anton, in your lifetime, is this the biggest result?
God. I mean,
I'll put you on the spot there.
No. You're right. Listen. I in the car on the way home last night, talking to my dad, who's extremely fortunate West Ham fan, and I know Kieran. I've spoke to him. I think he wants to have a chat with you and do something, and they're going to do that stuff.
Yeah,
he is going to do that. He was saying to me last night that that obviously the Europa League in terms of quality compared to the Cup Winners' Cup is a higher standard. And he said, this is very close. We're on the route to being very close. Yeah. Of course, winning something is very, very different. But in my lifetime, in my particular lifetime, it's definitely up there. Like, if not nearly number one. I wish I was there, but I wasn't. And that's the thing, we just got to live with that. And that's the thing. But what an opportunity. Like, what an opportunity for West Ham. Quarterfinals Europa League.
Yeah, Kieran, since 1980, is that our best result?
Since 1980, in Europe, probably. I remember it was just, I think it was after the 80 final when Dynamo Tbilisi came to Upton Park and blitzed us.
Yeah,
and they smashed us 4-1. And I stood there watching this team going from a place called Georgia we'd never heard of. And I couldn't believe what I thought we'd just smash them. Georgia, never heard of them. But they tore us to pieces. And we applauded that team off the park. The only time I've ever seen it at West Ham, the only time I ever saw it at Upton Park, we applauded them off the park. And then, typical West Ham, we go out there and we beat them 1-0. It wasn't enough. But as European night, like I said before, Eintracht Frankfurt was the best European night I ever had at Upton Park. And
Could be tasty if we get them, wouldn't it? That would be tasty, especially the events what happened in Sevilla last.
Yeah, indeed, Andy. Maybe too tasty. Maybe too tasty. Maybe. But since the 80 final, I think that is one. You got to remember, I just say European football under the lights is that bit more special. It's a bit more special than any other midweek game under the lights. It's got something about it. And I believe that, being at that game, 76 against Eintracht Frankfurt, and we were the underdogs and we won. It's
mad, isn't it?
it was a brilliant result, and hopefully it was a great night for everyone.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people. Sorry, Anton. A lot of people are saying because it's not a final. It's not because it's a final, but I think it's just the matter of team, the way we've beat the favourites. A lot of people wrote us off.
I think a lot of people wrote us off, Milesy, anyway, like in general, like even at the start of the season when we didn't sign players, back in January when we didn't sign players, even West Ham fans were starting to do that. But Moyes has just given us that sense of belief, and I always feel like the bigger they come, the harder they fall. So I want, I remember when the draw was made, we all do, when we were getting Dinamo Zagreb and Rapid Vienna. I'm not going to lie, I was slightly disappointed. I was buzzing, but I was like, oh, you wanted the biggest clubs you could possibly get. But I was still buzzing. It wasn't that took away from the matter. So when it comes to this draw, like I literally don't care, but I want it to be the biggest one, because West Ham right now kind of are acting like we can mix it up. We can listen. The competition's wide open, and it is literally wide open. Any one of those 8 teams, and I know it's a very easy statement to make, could easily go ahead and win that Europa League easily. Any of them, any 8 of them. It's wide open. Normally you have favourites in here, there, everywhere. But, I mean, look at what Rangers have done by knocking out Borussia Dortmund convincingly. So they'll have momentum. They're playing good football. Look at West Ham. We've got momentum. We've knocked out the favourites. Atalanta, we know. We've played them in the summer. Very different team to what they are when they're in the league. But they score loads of goals. That's the biggest thing that Atalanta do. They score goals. We all know what Red Bull Leipzig are about, yeah.
Leon's the one that worries me as well.
Yeah.
They're all good. They're all good sides. I just hope again we've got the second leg at home. I think if we're at home the first leg, I think it's a totally different game. I think the fans would obviously make an impact on the first leg, but the second leg, we know what we've got to do, and obviously we've got a positive result as well. Do you know when the legs are being played?
Yeah, it was on. I had it on my phone there 2 minutes ago. Let me see if I've got it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. So just to confirm, everyone, it is Atalanta, Barcelona, Braga, Frankfurt, Leipzig, Lyon, Rangers, and West Ham United into the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Irons!
I'll tell you this, Andy. We're not here for an haircut, mate. We're going to fucking do them. I don't care who we get. We're having it.
Oh, 7th and 14th of April, Kent said. Kent's on it. That's where you always rely on.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, there you go. Quarterfinals, first leg, 7th of April.
14th.
Second leg, 14th. And then bang, straight into the semi-finals 2 weeks later, 28th.
Man.
Roller coaster. Roller coaster of emotion. Don't think my tickets can keep up with it.
I'm lost for words. Peach, man, I've got to work, yeah? I've booked myself out like I've got a meeting at the minute. Keep running this to the draw. Fucking hell, Peach. It's like another 2.5 hours away. I'm not you. It's not West Ham random.
Listen, lads, I need to actually, it's my little boy's birthday today, so I was just...
Happy birthday!
Little Freddie's birthday today. And he was buzzing about his presents and stuff, and I explained to him, he's asked, actually, I need to try and show you his birthday cake, because he loves cars, but he also loves West Ham. He's extremely loyal. So even when he watches, like, my nephew plays at a really good level, he really struggles to support them because they're not West Ham. So he asked his mum, honestly, I've had to explain to him, like, you have to, like, it's okay. Like, you can look at that team and like a little amateur team and whatever.
Yeah, they're not Spurs.
Yeah, exactly. So he wanted a VW camper van, and he wanted, are you ready for this? This is what he dictated and asked for. He wanted Declan Rice, Michael Antonio, Kurt Zuma to be in the car, in the cake.
You got to show us. So you got it there.
I'm going to go and get it. I'll go and get it and bring it through. Right.
Oh, wow. Kieran.
Oh, his boy's a bit Pacific, isn't he?
It's like Ghostbusters, isn't it? Kieran, I literally I've had like four a bit hours sleep, and I'm still buzzing. Can you imagine what it's going to be like on the quarter-final nights?
Oh, don't, Andy, for fuck's sake. How are we going to get through? I reckon I'm going to have an heart attack during one of these games. And that'd be me, mate. It'd be all over Red Rover. I won't get to see the end of the game. It's just,
Take care, Andrew, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, wow.
To be fair, right, my wife made this completely from scratch, right?
Really?
Wow.
Hold on a minute. So
Wow.
So there's Mark Noble driving it.
No way.
And then there's Declan Rice.
Right.
And then there's Antonio.
No way. That's well good.
So he's absolutely buzzing. He's woken up this morning absolutely buzzing with life.
Oh, no, mate.
Right, give me 2 seconds, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Don't drop it. Don't drop it. It's a really
Yeah. Peach, I don't think it is, mate. He's saying the draw's at 11 a.m. I don't think it is.
I've heard it's about that, 11 or 12. That's what might come on at 11, might not be till 12, but I've heard that.
I thought the Champions League draw's at 11.
No, the draw's not 11. Actually, it is 12:30. We believe. I think initially we thought it was 11, but it is 12:30.
I think the Champions League's before.
Yeah, before I do need to go.
Yeah,
but the point of me telling you about that was because that was the reason why I couldn't go to the game yesterday, because it is his birthday today. But yeah, I'll be there. Singing.
You gonna come to the quarters? Have you got a pass yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't worry. Yeah, that's all done.
Yeah.
That's all done. Done and dusted.
He's sorted dates now. There's no birthdays. There's no birthdays on the 7th. On the 14th.
Oh, I love it. Right, lads.
Thanks, Anton. Thanks for coming on. Take care, mate. Cheers, mate. Right, Kieran, we're just going to wrap it up there, mate, because I booked myself out for a meeting for an hour. I'm meant to be working.
No worries, bro. Great to come up and talk to you, bro.
No. Appreciate it. Your debut as well on West Ham United. Hopefully this is the first of many.
It is my debut. You know that.
Yeah. Kieran, we just sum it up in a couple of minutes, just how you're feeling and the performance again. I know we talked about it.
I was like I said, when we were on Jakey's last week, mate, even though we lost that game 1-0, I was confident. After what I'd seen. You know, and I thought, no, we're going to do these bastards. We're going to get them at home and we're going to do them. And I thought the home crowd would make a difference, and it did. And the boys performed brilliant. And I'm buzzing, man. I'm buzzing. It's been a long time since we've had a European tour.
Sorry, Kieran. Everyone else in the chat, we've sort of mentioned it. Let us know who you reckon we're going to draw, or who would you like to draw. If you just put that in the chat, and I'll read them out before we go. There's a few people sitting in the chat. Go on, Kieran, mate. Carry on.
Yeah, just that, mate. I'm just so delighted that we got through. And not only we didn't scrape through, Andy, we deserved to go through. We deserved that game. We were the better team by far. By far. I think we could have scored more goals with a bit of luck. Their keeper was pretty decent. He'd made a couple of good saves. I thought we deserved it. Simple as that. And I always thought we were going to do them. I really did. And sometimes I'm pretty negative about West Ham, about results, and put up, when I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw or a loss, I'll say so. But that game, I fancied us to win it, regardless how good Sevilla are. And they are, an accomplished European side. As simple as that. And we done them. And there you go. So I don't care myself who we get in the next round. Rangers, Leipzig, bloody Barcelona. Who cares?
Yeah, so Peach has gone for Barcelona and Rangers. James is saying away leg, home, home. Away leg first, second leg at home. Yeah, I agree. I can mention that. I think Atalanta, but I would like Rangers. I would love, but even Braga would be a good tie. Nice bit of weather. Any of them, mate. Any of them. I'm absolutely buzzing.
I do agree with that. I'd rather be away first, like you said that before, Andy. I'd rather have that myself. That I like to get them back to the London Stadium. Know what you got to do. I think that's an advantage myself.
Yeah, because especially if we're in a hot country, having that on the second leg, that will take it out of the. Like, I don't think the players were expecting it to be that hot last week, were they, in Sevilla either?
No, but
Well, they should move to. They should play a couple of games in Australia, and that'll get them. I think they're coming. I think they're coming in summer, aren't they? Because I was meant to come last summer because of COVID. West Ham. I think they're coming to Australia.
Andy, I had tickets booked for Suncorp Stadium for watching West Ham, right? And then COVID hit, and they cancelled.
I think they're coming in the summer. I think they're coming in the summer.
Oh, they're going to renew it and do it again.
Yeah.
No, they let me down once. I'm not having it.
Yeah. Mr. Cox is back. Mr. Cox is back as well. But no, I'm still lost for words. I don't know how I'm going to concentrate at work at the rest. I'm meant to be in like nice and presentable. I'm going to be wearing that on every meeting I'm going on for the rest of the day to prove how massive West Ham are. I would like to thank everyone in the chat for getting up. I think a lot of people have got a few sore heads this morning. It's 10 o'clock on Friday where I am. Kieran, what is it? 8 o'clock where you are?
Yeah, exactly. Well done, Andy. It's exactly 8 o'clock in the evening.
8 o'clock in the evening. Oh, mate, I'm used to it now because, like, where I've like travelled a bit with work, I sort of remember. I sort of when you're on streams as well, when you go sometimes when it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on Peach's show at like midnight, and I'm like, fucking hell, Kieran. So, but. No, I'm buzzing. I would like to thank everyone in the chat. Anton who come on, Budgie who come on briefly as well. And Kieran, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate, for you coming on, and I can't wait to... You've got to come on and do your shirt soon. We'll schedule that in. You've got to pick your 5 shirts. Yeah. Kieran, anything else to say before we go?